Now to the economy and the first inflation readout for 2025. Not a good one. Inflation rising to 3% in January. This is the fourth consecutive month Americans are seeing prices go up. It's important to keep in mind these are the numbers from last month, January. The split there, right, between the end of the Biden administration, the beginning of the Trump administration. But when you look at it from a year back, it was really the last full year of the Biden administration and the Trump White House. Quick to note that.
And now the last report of the Biden administration, as revealed today, shows that inflation is still about 4.5% higher over the past 3 months. This is an indictment on the Biden administration's mismanagement of the inflation crisis and their lack of transparency in addressing it.
With me now, Chris Stirewalt, host of The Hill Sunday, senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Hello, brother.
How we doing?
This is the last year of the Biden administration, but the reality is this is now the Trump economy going forward. And this is the setup for President Trump and his White House, whether they like it or not.
If something had happened between January 20th and today that would bring inflation down, we would say, oh, okay, well, maybe there's a pivot. But there's nothing happening that would tend to bring inflation down. Food prices are up. We have the avian flu going on. We've got tariffs coming on. That means people are hoarding. We've got a lot of inflationary pressures that are going on. And when you listen to the vice president, when you listen to what the president says, when you listen to what their surrogates say, they're all saying the same thing, which is when we said day one, inflation will start to come down, prices will start to come down. We were kidding. That's some stuff people say. It's going to be really hard to get prices down.
It's, I think, one of the reasons why, obviously, border in the economy, right? The border, you can do all these executive orders, all these actions legislatively. The economy, you can't just write the executive order and inflation comes down.
And they are interconnected matters.
Yep.
If you want a secure border and you want to deal with illegal immigration in the United States, you will pay more for food. That's true. That's just, that's a consequence. Who works in the meat packing plants? Who works in the poultry plants? A lot of migrant workers work in those places. If you shut off the flow, then, and many people would say that this is a good thing, wages will go up because to get Americans to work in those jobs, they're going to have to pay more, but that's going to drive prices up. And I will say this, Congressman Burleson.
Yep, fascinating interview, right?
This is a powerful tool in his favor. Because when the Republicans were in the same position in 2017, we hadn't had any inflation forever. It had been forever. It had been 12 or 15 years since there was inflation beyond any sort of normal rate. This time, they say, if we go on another spending spree and cut taxes at the same time, what's going to happen? More inflation.
It's the first time the president has to deal with